Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Benchwarmers podcast. Today we're going to be delving across the pond to our American cousins as we discuss their favourite sport, the NFL, as it recently has travelled to London, more specifically Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Harrison, would you like to introduce what games have been going on over the weekend?
Yeah, so first of all, we're going to talk about the Chicago Bears versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, because they were the first game in London, I'm pretty sure, and it was very interesting, wasn't it, Matt? One of the star players for me was I think his name was Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
he had a very
quarterback.
good quarterback. He was outstanding, didn't it? Wasn't he, Matt? Honestly, some of the throws to players like who is it? Cole. How do you pronounce his name? Cole.
Yeah, Cole Kmet. He performed quite well. He got 2 touchdowns that game, I'm pretty sure, and Keenan Allen as well. You know, speaking about Keenan Allen, did you see his celebration he did in the middle of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
How could you miss that? Honestly, yeah, the whole team had a nice little tea party, didn't they? It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was quite a cool celebration from him, I must admit.
I might have to try and tie that over into one of my sport weeks, who knows?
Well, the thing is, he had 10 other people with him, so if you can find 10 other people, then sure, yeah, we can
I don't think I've got that many friends.
But no, Caleb Williams, I should say, excuse me for that, he was a pretty good performance for that game. He had 226 passing yards. I know people in America love their stats when it comes to like the NFL. It's always
definitely.
you always need to get that extra yard. You always need to get the passing yards, receiving yards, all that stuff. And to get like over 200 yards just passing is quite impressive. And he got 4 touchdowns with that as well, just from other contributions. And I find that quite weird, you know. Like, you know, in the UK when you score a goal, that's your goal, and the other person assists.
Yeah.
In an NFL, if they get a touch, let's just bring it back to Brady, because everyone in the UK knows Tom Brady. If he threw a pass to Robert Gronkowski and Gronk scored a touchdown, it would also count for Brady as well. And I find that quite weird. So both of them get the touchdown, and not just one.
Well, I suppose he sort of did get the assist. Maybe they should change the rule so Tom Brady gets the assist instead of the touchdown. I think I do agree with you on that point. Just taking it back to the Chicago Bears recently, I felt like Williams did a very good throw to, I think his name was Sean Johnson, because it was a very short throw, right? But Johnson, right, as soon as he got that ball, he was running, and he made such a good run down the middle of the pitch. Would you say? Yeah, pitch, and it was fantastic to see. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, Johnson also had another game. I'd say Williams, Cole, and Johnson probably the 3 main players in that game for me, for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I think they definitely stood out compared to the other players in the team. And, you know, they have 53 men, so to stand out in front of that many people with that many teammates, it means you've done something well. And, you know, the Jags, I thought they would be a bit better than that. You know, they only went in and got, 16 points?
Yeah.
So they could have also performed better.
Points, yeah.
I think they got like 1 or 2 touchdowns compared to the Bears. You know, the Bears just absolutely took that game in their hands and just ran away with it, which I thought was quite impressive to see.
So who are the star players for the Jaguars? I can't speak.
I must admit, I don't think any of them really stood out to me.
No?
In that game, you know, some games they're like, some you get performing and some don't. I think that whole team wasn't really at the top of their game like they should be.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's easily why they lost. So,
to be honest, I think that tea celebration, that was the best thing of the whole game for me. I'm not going to lie, I love that celebration.
Do you think it's taken the mick a little bit? Playing into the stereotypes of a British person?
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe a little bit. I feel like a lot of people could get offended over that. Especially, you know, the hardcore British people lovers, let's say. You know,
true patriots of the country, screaming in their grave.
The true patrons, yes, of course. You know, the people that love the Queen and all this sort of stuff, they might take it a little bit too seriously. But hopefully some people can see the funny side of it, because I don't mind it too much. What do you think, Matt?
I don't really care, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
If you're playing a sport and you want to celebrate how you want to celebrate, I think just do it. I mean, at the end of the day, who's really going to complain against you? Just a few people who aren't athletes, who aren't getting paid millions. They're just complaining on Twitter. It's like,
maybe we can get our own back on them. Is there any like funny American like celebrations that we can do?
Do you think I could just say shooting a gun?
Oh no! You can't do that in a sport. No chance. You'd get like a free match ban or something for that, wouldn't you?
No, because I've seen, what's his face? Devontae Adams, he plays for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
One of his celebrations is finger guns.
Really?
So
okay. Maybe then.
It wouldn't be the worst thing.
I'm not too sure. I thought it sounds a bit more controversial, but I don't know.
Either that or you just go sit in the corner and start eating a Mackie D's. You know?
Maybe not. Should we speak about the Bears' final touchdown coming from a running play?
Yeah, I love that play, to be fair, from the Bears.
Yeah?
Yeah, DeAndre Swift got a touchdown after, he ran right through the defensive line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they were already, pretty far ahead. So you get more touchdowns, you get more points. And nice little rushing play. Finishes the game off quite well, I think.
Yeah, so the score in total, in the end, was 35-16 to the Chicago Bears. And they pretty much dominated the game. The Jaguars didn't really do much, to be honest with you. Yes, they pulled it back slightly, got 16 points in the end, but they just didn't do enough to get level or surpass the Bears, really. You know what I mean? Should we move on to our next game, do you think, now? Or?
Yeah, so the other game I watched over the weekend, I know I watched it, and I know you watched two of your own.
I watched the highlights. Yeah.
So I watched another game, the Detroit Lions versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
I think these are two of one of the most popular teams in the NFL in America.
I know
the Cowboys have an infamous following. If you follow the Cowboys, everyone hates you.
They've won a lot of NFL championships, haven't they? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they have one of it. I think if you want to compare it, they're who would they be like? They're like Liverpool here in the Prem.
Really? Okay. That's
followed by quite a lot of people, but not well liked.
Fair enough.
It's a bit like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I watched that game over the weekend. People were saying the Cowboys had one of the best defensive lines in the league, very very good defense, and that the Lions would be, evenly matched.
Not in this game.
Not in this game though. They absolutely wiped the Cowboys, 47-9.
Wiped the floor with the Cowboys, honestly.
Which is just outstanding from the Lions. They came off last year winning the division championship.
Yeah.
Their first in 30 years.
Now, I don't know about this, just quickly, sorry to interrupt you, but that's got to be one of the biggest scorelines in the sport, surely. 47-9.
There's been a lot higher than that.
Really?
There's been a lot higher than that.
Just from an outsider's perspective, that sounds like an absolute domination right there. Don't you think that?
No, from a British standpoint, that does seem quite high.
Okay.
But if you think about it, it's 7 points, 6 points per touchdown and an easy 1 point from a conversion, so it's 7 points each time.
Definitely biggest game of the weekend then.
Definitely, yeah. I think that's the biggest scoreline of the week, I'll be honest.
Right then, should we speak about the first highlight of the game?
What's your favourite highlight? I think we'll say first.
Favourite highlight? Okay. Oh my God, you put me on the spot here, Matt, because I didn't. Who do I like? I like Jameson Williams and how do you pronounce this guy's name? David
Montgomery.
I'm gonna let you.
I think.
Yeah, honestly,
from my vision watching that game, I think Jared Goff, their quarterback, and David Montgomery had probably the best game.
Yes, Jared Goff. He was the star player for me. How could I forget about him? He was very good. Some of the set pieces, passing plays he did. Yeah, it was half decent.
He threw some absolute bombs on that field. I must be honest. I think that was one of the touchdowns they had. He threw, I think it was over 50 yards, and they got a touchdown. So he was throwing some very deep balls.
There was a game with the Packers, right? And I think what's his name? Jordan Love. He threw a decent little pass to Watson as well. So that's quite similar. That's quite similar. I think the Lions scored their first touchdown with a great set passing play. I'm pretty sure. Back to Jared Goff, who threw a monster pass to Sam. How do you pronounce Sam's name?
Yeah, Sam Laporta. That's the one I was on about. Sorry. It was he threw it deep, and that was to get the score to 17-3. So pretty impressive, I must admit.
And then the game controlled with a lot of field passes play as well from both sides. What do you think about that, Matt?
Yeah, I think both teams had fairly decent passing plays, but at the end of it, the Cowboys didn't really pull anything out of it and didn't get any results from their drives, whereas the Lions obviously did. And as the game continued, there was quite a few field goals.
Yeah.
I think both teams were struggling to get some drives to finish and get over the touchdown line, that they just resorted to kicking field goals.
Yeah, because I think there was with 13 minutes left, it was only 40-9, wasn't it? And then the Lions got 7 more points in those 13 minutes.
Speaking of the final touchdown the Lions got, did you see the interception that the Cowboys threw? And
oh yeah.
Did you see it? I think the commentators were saying, the sun looked like it was blinding. one
To
of
be fair, on the
Dallas
footage,
Cowboys.
if you watch the highlights back, it did look quite obviously.
To be
the
fair,
sun.
there was a bit of a glare, so
Yeah.
I could see how he might have thrown an interception for that.
I don't think you can blame the player for that. If the sun did get in his eyes, you can't really.
I think you can a little bit.
Come on.
No, I'm sorry. If you're a starting quarterback for an NFL team, you have to be at least somewhat decent at throwing, even when conditions are like that.
I don't know, like sometimes sometimes there's things you can't control, and the sun in that situation, it did look very blinding. We've got a new light in our little setup, and it's hurting my eyes at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully you guys like it a little better, but I don't know. We'll have to see about that in the comments. But yeah, should we move on to another game maybe, or you got anything else to add? I know.
I want to bring up the score of the final touchdown.
Go on then. Yeah.
Just because I've been watching a new thing on Netflix recently.
Okay, what's that then?
It's been talking about the wide receivers of the NFL.
Oh, okay,
So they've
interesting.
been covering like Deebo Samuel, 49ers wide receiver, George Kittle, their tight end.
I know him, he's good. I like him.
Devontae Adams, like I mentioned earlier, and this guy who scored recently for the Lions for their final touchdown, which is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yep.
Quite a name, I must admit. Like he's
bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
He's named after an Egyptian god, and
Really?
St. Brown is his last name. So I don't know what it is. Have you seen the Key and Peele skit where they're going on about like NFL names and how they're like completely random?
No,
and
not
just
really,
like the most.
but carry on.
Oh, I need to show you that video. It's way too
Yeah.
funny. But his name literally sounds like one of the names from the skit. So quite a funny name, especially if you're British, because we always have the most boring names over here.
Oh, I know, mine is so boring.
Yeah, little Pierce.
All right, calm down.
I'll say that with a bit of spite. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you can't talk. Your name as well.
I like to think I have a bit of a unique name.
No, you don't. No, we don't.
I do a little bit. Where have you ever heard of another Howlin?
Well, fair
Exactly,
enough, but
exactly.
Have you met another Harrison Pierce before? I don't think you have.
I've met another Pierce before.
I've met a few Pierces, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, anyways. Did you mention that Jared Goff got finished with 315 passing yards? Did you mention that?
I didn't know. And you know how I said earlier, Caleb Williams for the Browns got over 200 and that was seen as impressive.
Yeah.
Goff getting over 300 just shows the kind of passes he was doing that game.
Yeah, he's got even more, didn't he? That's crazy. Like, how can somebody even do that? Honestly.
I want to know how they throw that far and that accurate. Like, I'll be honest.
Then again, I've got my own NFL ball in my garden, right? And I'm pretty decent at throwing. I'm not that great at catching.
You're telling me you could throw 97 yards?
No, but probably like 50. I could do 50 yards.
I could easily throw 50, yeah.
Okay, I can do 75.
I think if you can condition your arm and like
just practice
it over and over again, I think anyone could throw that
I used
far.
to spend a lot of time in my garden just throwing a tennis ball against the wall. Okay, I'm pretty decent at catching and throwing, but you're not in
the NFL, are you? So
maybe in
let's
a few
see
years.
how far that goes.
Maybe in a few years, if this journalism thing doesn't go well.
Yeah,
okay.
That's true.
Okay, should we move on to another game, or should we just do something different now, a different section? Because
I'll be honest.
I've got one.
I have a game for you.
Okay, go on then. What's the game?
You know how last week you quizzed me on the football players and their career paths?
Yeah.
I've got that for you today. We've got some famous NFL names and we're going to quiz you on who they are, see your knowledge.
Just to bear in mind, guys, I know about 3 NFL players. Just to keep it real with you guys. I might struggle on this one. But carry on, Matt. Carry on. Take it away.
So, first one, I think this should be like blatantly obvious who this is.
Please.
The guy started out at the Patriots.
Okay.
And then he moved to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Who is it?
Tom Brady?
That is Tom Brady. See, I told you that is the easiest.
Come on. Honestly, I didn't know who the second team was, but I just knew the Patriots, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, my clue was he spent 20 years at the Patriots.
Okay, yeah.
So I think that would have given it away.
That's quite simple.
Second one. The guy started out at the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh no.
And he moved to the Denver Broncos.
Oh no.
Who is it?
Only 2 teams? This could be difficult. Okay, can you give me the position at least? Give me the position.
Also a quarterback.
Okay.
Some say he rivaled Brady for his career.
So it's not Patrick Mahomes?
No.
Because he played for the Chiefs.
I think he retired in 2015-16.
That's not going to help me out. So it's nobody now. Okay. Because I was going to say like Rodgers or Lamar Jackson or not Mahomes. Honestly, Matt.
Think old quarterbacks. Who rivaled Brady?
I don't know. I don't know that far back. Generally, I can't tell you. Is there one more clue? Have you got a third clue for me, or is that it? I don't know.
I think it's blatantly obvious that you don't need another clue.
I only know Tom
His
Brady
initials are
from
PM.
PM. Patrick Mahomes.
No. No.
That's Patrick Mahomes?
No, we said it's not Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes plays for the Chiefs, first of all.
I know. I don't know. I give up, Matt, honestly.
Peyton Manning. Surely you've heard of Peyton Manning before.
No,
That doesn't ring a bell?
That doesn't ring a bell whatsoever.
That is insane. Okay. Well,
Manning. That's difficult. That was so difficult.
That was easy.
No, it wasn't.
You're going to get screamed at by the audience.
No, I'm not. Audience, I don't care. Leave me alone. I'm new to this sport.
Next one. I think this is also blatantly obvious who this is.
Hopefully.
Started out in the Chiefs,
Yes.
and now he plays for the Dolphins.
Oh, this is easy. Is he a wide receiver?
He is a wide receiver.
Oh, come on. Tyreek Hill.
It is Tyreek Hill.
Yes, come on. See, I like that guy. He's very good. You know, isn't
Absolute
the Dolphins?
speed demon.
Yeah, the Dolphins though. Are they a good team this season, or I'm not too sure.
Not that I've seen.
Yeah.
Their performances haven't been too good.
I don't know why he left the Chiefs, but
I don't know either. He got traded for like 80 mil, I think.
80 mil.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because surely the Dolphins don't have that many good players.
No, I don't think they do. It's literally
He's got to be
Tyreek
their
Hill.
star player then, surely.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I think, getting 2 out of 3 players.
You got one more.
I got one more. Oh my god.
You got a bonus one.
Got a bonus one.
And to make this hard, this guy's been to 5 teams.
Not hard. To be honest, that might be easier.
Well, let's see if you can test your knowledge on this
Go on
one.
then. He must be old then. He's got to be old, surely.
This guy's one of my favourite players that I've seen.
Oh, we better not be one of those.
So,
Who's your team? Rams. It's gonna be a Rams player, isn't it?
So,
come on then.
He started at the Giants.
Okay.
He then moved to the Browns.
Okay.
He then went to the Rams.
Okay.
He then moved to the Ravens.
Interesting.
And now he's at the Dolphins.
Oh my god. This is hard, Matt. Dolphins. I don't know any Dolphins players except from Tyreek Hill.
Think of the last 3 teams. He went from Rams, Ravens, and now the Dolphins.
Rams, Ravens, Dolphins. Okay.
He's famous for his catches.
Famous for his catches.
Because they're like
That's
full
not
of flair.
Travis Kelce, is it?
No. He's also a wide receiver.
Wide receiver. This might be the hardest one of them all.
He shares a name with a former Man United midfielder.
Paul Scholes. Carrick. Anderson.
No.
Rooney.
Nope.
Oh God.
He's British.
British. I don't. This is Matt.
Think Posh Spice's husband.
Beckham.
Now who's the NFL player?
Beckham Jr.
That is Beckham Jr.
It's Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham
No,
Jr. He went from the
how did I
Giants,
get
Browns,
that?
Rams, Ravens, and now Dolphins.
Yeah, he did play for the Rams, didn't he? Yeah, you're right. Oh my God, Beckham Jr. He's one of my favourite players.
You didn't get him. That's embarrassing.
No, honestly, I know like 3 players, and one of him are those players.
Yeah, no,
can't
I was
believe that.
watching him when he was at the Rams.
Yeah, did he do good then or not? I don't know.
I can't remember if he was in our Super Bowl team when we won it in 22. I think he might have been before then.
Okay. I would say he was. I thought like he'd be one of the star players to help you out to win it.
Yeah, no, you got 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4 isn't bad.
Not getting Peyton Manning though, like the second highest rated.
Peyton Manning. No, I couldn't tell you that is. I can't even picture him in my head right now. I'm
Can you
sorry,
not?
Matt. I don't even know what this guy looks like. Genuinely.
That's fair enough. Well, it's like me. Well, actually, I did better than you last time because I
them
got all of them right.
Yeah, you got them all right.
You got one
But
wrong.
I got one wrong in a sport that I don't really watch that much. I watch the
That's not
highlights
too bad,
every
though.
now and again.
Yeah, that's not too bad though. You got 3 out of 4.
Yeah. Now, before we end the episode, I want to say, because as I've just mentioned, I don't really watch sport, I want to maybe see 2 teams that I like the most are the Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I'm just thinking that I might throw it out to the crowd, who's watching it, show their support. Which team do you think I should support, Matt? Ravens or the Eagles?
As of now,
Yeah.
I'd say the Ravens because they look slightly better, but
Okay.
the Eagles have a good history.
Yeah.
So it depends. You support Villa, right?
Yeah.
They don't have a good history.
Yes, I do. Best team in the world. We won Champions League. Okay, never mind.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. Okay, so you've got the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
They've got a good history. I think
Okay.
they've won a few Super Bowls.
Interesting.
But-
Interesting.
I only know the Eagles because of one person,
Who's
and I'm
that?
sure some other people will know. But like EDP445, he was a YouTuber who like heavily
Oh,
supported
no.
the Eagles.
Okay.
Not a very good
Yeah,
guy,
yeah, yeah.
I must admit. He's been a
What did he
bit.
do? controversial or?
Let's just say he likes people younger.
Oh no! Why are we talking about this, Matt? Don't bring this up, please.
Okay, but the Eagles themselves as a team,
yeah,
I think they're very good. But the Ravens as well, they've got, I think, better overall
I'll tell you
players.
What, I like the Ravens because they've got one player in particular, Lamar Jackson. Now for me, he's got a very unique style as a quarterback. You know how he gets the ball and sometimes like pump fakes it, let's say, and then just runs across the whole pitch. That is fantastic. You know, he brings his team up the pitch a lot. You know, he can do both. He can run and he can throw the ball. That's why I like him. And their jerseys are purple, and I like the colour purple. So
then it sounds like you've already picked your own team. Then it sounds like you're just a Ravens fan.
I'm not
sure. Are you still
going
to throw it out to the audience?
Yeah, of course. You know, if the crowd want to get involved and help me out, because the Philadelphia Eagles, I like Philadelphia as a city, so it's pretty cool. Just let us know.
Well, that'll be the end of the video, and people can comment on who Harrison should support. Because personally, I think you should go for the Ravens. They just sound like it's a better team. And
then again, you've got for the Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry, I can't get my words out. Doesn't Rob McElhenney? Isn't he like a massive fan?
I think McElhenney is a fan of.
Yeah. So who knows?
Either way, they're better than the Rams at the moment. You know, I'm struggling.
No.
Yeah, they're much better teams than the Rams. Have you seen our record? We're not doing very well this season.
Yeah. To be fair, you're not very high on the Madden ratings, are you?
No.
Your highest rating is like 88. Come on now, get better, please.
No, but anyway, that's the end of this episode for this week.
Yeah.
Talking about the NFL. Obviously, we're not that detailed in it, but we like to think we're getting our knowledge up a little bit.
I'm sorry if I've got anything wrong, but you know,
I'm sure we both have.
I've got a few stats wrong. Potentially, I don't mean to, but I don't really watch sport that much. Now, I'm trying to get Matt into basketball, but he's just he's having none of it. And I think
I'll get into it if you get into this.
Is that a deal?
That is a deal. I'll shake on that.
Okay,
I already semi-follow the Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay, I do like that. I like them team. I like that team, but yeah, that's a deal right there. I'll throw it out to you. I will watch some highlights of NFL if you watch basketball.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
There's a game this weekend you can come watch.
Oh no. I've got to get the train.
We got to start it already, you know. Got to get that knowledge up.
What game isn't this weekend?
I can't remember. I just know there's one at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's fine. If I don't have team which uni work to do, I'll come and have a nice little sit down and have a little watch.
Yeah, that'll be good. And then we can get our knowledge up, so it'll be fine. But anyway, that is the end for this episode. Make sure to comment which team Harrison should support, or if you want to throw it out, whatever other team that he should support. Just don't say Chiefs, otherwise we will ban you permanently.
Oh my God, I love the Chiefs as well. They're my second team because
stop
of
speaking now.
Swifties, any Swifties out there, please.
Stop speaking. Anyway, thank you for listening. That is the end. Goodbye.